Krishna gave mild smile and he got down from the chariot. He went into Hastinapur and he met with the ladies Subhadra and others in Dwarka, spent some time with them, spoke to them. Then he said, okay, let me go to Dwarka. This time, Premna Ragya Nibarita. Yudhishthira Maharaj, out of affection, because Yudhishthira Maharaj would behave with Krishna as his own brother. So, and Krishna also accepted Yudhishthira Maharaj as his elder brother. It's a very interesting relationship you can see. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but when it comes to dealing with Maharaj Yudhishthira, he would always respect him like his elder brother. Sometimes he would offer obeisances to him also. Yeah. And Yudhishthira Maharaj also will kind of, he'll also act like an elder brother to Krishna. So, this time when Yudhishthira Maharaj was out of affection, he wanted Krishna to stay back. And Krishna agreed. He said, okay, I will stay back. And then Krishna stayed to perform a very wonderful task. What he is doing? This time he is going to put Yudhishthira Maharaj into more bewilderment. So, why? Because he wanted to glorify Vishmadev. So that's how you can see Vyasa, Dhaumya and other rishis, they are all trying to console Maharaj Yudhishthira, but Yudhishthira could not be consoled. His grief was intensified day by day. And it is explained in Mahabharata. It came to a point, one time he said, it's better for me to commit suicide. Maharaj is saying, it's because of me only such a big war happened and so many people left their body. So some others said, no, dear Yudhishthira, you understand this is the duty of the king. King has to fight for the protection of the citizens. He said, no, I was not the king. Duryodhana was the king. He was taking care of the subject very nicely, happily. I am the one who actually fought with him. Because of me only so many people died in the battle. So this is not correct. As you know, then we discussed when the Rishi they recommended him, okay, if you feel you have committed such a great sin, then you can perform Ashwamedha sacrifice, and by performing Ashwamedha Yajna, you can be free from this sin committed in killing so many soldiers in the battle. Then, out of ignorance, Yudhishthira Maharaj was giving this argument, Jatha pankena pankambha surayava surakritam bhuta hatyam tathaivaikam na jagyamastum arhati. As it is not possible to filter muddy water through mud, you cannot clean muddy water with mud. And surayava surakritam, purify a wine-stained pot with wine. In this connection, while commenting, Srila Prabhupada said, in this age of Kali, the only recommendation is Sankirtan Yajna. Performance of Yajna helps one to become free from the sinful reaction. So one should not think that I will kill animal where I may commit sin, then by performance of Sankirtan Yajna, I will become free from the sinful reaction. Isn't it? Huh? Why not? See, killing an animal is a sinful act. Performance of yajna helps one to become free from the sinful reaction. So both are correct. Okay, I will commit sin, then I will perform Sankirtan, then I will become free from the sinful reaction. What is the problem?
10 offenses, commit sinful activity on the strength of the holy name.
Namna balad jasyahi papa buddhi. 7 offense. Committing sin at the strength of chanting the holy name of God. This is very dangerous mentality. I have got both the solution now. I can quietly smoke cigarette, then morning time go to Mangalarti, sit there and chant Hare Krishna. Isn't it possible? This is Namna Balad Jasya Papa. So that is what Prabhupada is saying, that one should not think like that. But here, even though Yudhishthira Maharaj is speaking in ignorance, so, but the Vedic statement, Swata Pramana Veda Satyaji Kai, Lakshana Karile Veda Pramanya Hani Hoy. If one gives interpretation to the Vedas, then the essence will be lost, the pramana will be lost. Vedic statement is swatas pramana, the self-evidence. Vedic statements are self-evident truth. You don't need to give interpretations. When Veda says this is what means, that is correct. We have to accept it as it is. So now, then chapter 9 discusses about the passing away of Bhismadev in the presence of Lord Krishna. In the beginning, 1 minute. Srila Sridhar Swami, he writes chapter summary for chapter 9. Yudhishthiraya Bhismeno Sarvadharma Nirupanam Krishnastutischa Muktischa Navame Tasya Varnyate. Ninth chapter describes about Yudhishthiraya Bhismena Sarvadharma Nirupanam. Instructions of Bhismadev to Yudhishthir about different religious principles. So Bhismadev would give instruction to Maharaj Yudhishthir describing about Stri Dharma, Raja Dharma, Varna Dharma, etc. in great detail. These descriptions are very elaborately given in Shanti Parva and Anusasana Parva of Mahabharata. Those who are very much inclined to know about the instructions of Bhismadev, you are advised to read Shanti Parva and Anusasana Parva. But here in Srimad Bhagavatam, a little bit the glimpse of his instructions are given, that we will see. So one part is instructions on various religious principles to Yudhishthira Maharaj is given by Bhismadev, and Krishna Stutischa Muktischa. And Bhismadev would offer his prayers to Krishna, and finally he will attain liberation. These are the topics explained described in chapter 9. So chapter 9 begins with Sutta Goswami's commentary. Okay, before we continue, let us see the chapter breakdown. So first 11 verses speaks about Bhismadev welcomes Krishna, the Pandavas and the sages. Bhismadev was lying on the bed of arrows in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So it was Krishna's arrangement. Krishna wanted to glorify Bhismadev. He wanted to establish the greatness of his devotee on this earth planet, and also he wanted his devotees to speak about the religious principles for the benefit of the whole world. Therefore, Krishna, he brought Pandavas to meet with Bhismadev. When this news spread that Bhismadev is going to speak to Maharaj Yudhishthir, So they understood they are the two great souls, Mahajanas. When they are going to speak, definitely they are going to discuss very serious topic. So all these sages from around the world, they assembled on the spot. This is what is being discussed in first 11 verses. Then 12 to 22, Bhishma Dev enumerates the sufferings of the Pandavas. Bhishma Dev's address to Pandavas. That means Bhishma Dev, while he was in Hastinapur, even though he was by the side of Duryodhana, he had personally witnessed how Pandavas, the great devotees of the Lord, were terribly suffering because of the ill treatment given to them by Duryodhana and his party. So he is going to speak about those incidences, and he will also give his conclusive statement to prove that Pandavas should not think that they were suffering because of their sinful reactions. So he is going to explain those statements in 12 to 22 verses. Then 23 to 24, Bhishmadev prayed to Krishna to wait as long as he quits his body. Because Bhishmadev, he wanted to leave his body while getting darshan of Krishna. And at the last stage of his life, when he saw Krishna, he wanted to await for a little longer time so that he can see this beautiful form of Krishna. So he is telling Krishna, please wait until I leave my body. And then he is going to offer his prayers to Krishna. So then, text number 25 to 28, Maharaj Yudhishthir's inquiry. When Bhishmadev was about to leave the body, Krishna has understood, hey, now he is prepared. He is going to leave the body. So you came to ask him, you have never asked the question. Please ask him. This is the right time. Then Maharaj Yudhishthira, he is going to ask him about different questions and Bhishma Dev's instructions on Varnashram Dharma. Then Bhishma Dev is going to give him further instructions. So these are the points we are going to discuss today until text number 28. So text number 1 begins with Sutta Uvacha Iti bhitah prajadroha sarva dharma vivitsaya tato vinasanam karat jatra deva prato pata. Read.
Sutta Goswami said, being afraid for having killed so many subjects on the battle of Kurukshetra, Maharaj Yudhishthira went to the skin of the masquerade. There Bhishmadev was lying on the back of arrow about to pass away.
So, Sarva Dharma Vivitsaya. Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to know about the religious duties. As we are discussing, when all these great rishis along with Krishna, they are trying to pacify Maharaj Yudhishthira, Maharaj Yudhishthira could not be consoled. Then finally Krishna told him, he said, my dear brother, okay, if you don't believe on our words, still Bhishmadev is there. Why not go to Bhishmadev and hear from him? Yudhishthira said, yes brother, what you are saying is correct. See, Krishna is so wonderful. Krishna is Adbhuta Karma. Krishnena Adbhuta Karma, Sutta Goswami is saying in the previous chapter. Adbhuta Karma. Krishna is Adbhuta Karma. His activities are very, very astonishing. How? When Krishna went to Hastinapur as the peace messenger of Maharaj Yudhishthira, And when he went there, Krishna gave a big lecture trying to console Duryodhana that Duryodhana, what you are saying is not good actually. You better behave properly. Pandavas, Pandu Maharaj were the king, and Yudhishthir, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadev, there his son. So, it is proper for you to give share of the kingdom. Why you don't want to give them? No, I don't want to give them. And Krishna pleaded him. He said, well, at least give them 5 villages. You enjoy rest of the world. Give them just 5 villages. They are also kind of, son of a king. In that way, they can be happy with the 5 villages. And you keep rest of the world with you. Duryodhana said, Vina juddhe nahi diva suchagra medini. Without fighting, I am not going to give them a amount of space that can be occupied by the tip of a needle. Krishna said, Duryodhana, why are you speaking like this? You understand, right? When Krishna peacefully was trying to talk to Duryodhana, Duryodhana said, I will tell you truth. I understand what is right and what is wrong. I should not be doing it. But I think there is somebody inside me who is not allowing me to do what is right. Who is that? Krishna. So Krishna is externally, he is giving a big lecture to convince him. Then from within he is saying, no, you don't do this. Krishna is Advaita Karma. Same thing. He is giving lecture to Maharaj Yudhishthir, but Maharaj Yudhishthir could not be consoled. He is Advaita Karma. Jiva Goswami is saying, Sri Bhishma Mahima Darshanartham Bhagavat Ichchaya Eva Tattat Prabhava Avaranam Api Jatam Iti Aha. That Maharaj Yudhishthir was lamenting. That was a kind of covering. He was under. That covering, that illusion or lamentation or forgetful of his proper responsibility was caused by Krishna. Why did Krishna do that? Sri Bhishma Mahima Darshanartham. He wanted to show the world the glory of Bhishmadev, his great devotee. Bhagavat Ichchaya Eva. That bewilderment in Maharaj Yudhishthir happened because of Krishna's desire. Krishna actually wanted. That's why Iti Bhita Prajadrohat. Yudhishthir Maharaj was lamenting very heavily because of the mass killing in the battle of Kurukshetra. Then finally, as Krishna consoled him, Krishna instructed him, then he agreed to go and meet with Bhishmadev, where he was lying on the bed of arrows. So now Pandavas have agreed to go and meet with Bhishmadev to get instructions from him. Tada te bhratara sarve sadasvai swarnabhushitahe anvagachan rathair vipra vyasa dhamyaadayastatha. At that time, all his brothers followed him on beautiful chariots drawn by first-class horses, decorated with gold ornaments. With them are Vyasa and rishis like Dhaumya, the learned priest of the Pandava, and others. So when all arrangements were made, Maharaj Yudhishthir, he agreed to go to meet with Bhishmadev. Then Pandavas, they came, and along with the Pandavas, the rishis like Vyasadev and Dhaumya. Dhaumya Muni is their Kula Purohita. when the Pandavas were in exile and also for 1 year they were in incognito, at that time the Dhaumya Muni was always there. You can see the Guru should be always accompanying the disciple. Or you can say the disciple should always remain under the shelter of the Guru. Because any time there might be some problem in life and you don't know how to deal with the problem. So Guru can instruct you. So that's why this Dhaumya Muni, who was their Kula Purohita, he was always with them. So now this time Pandavas are going to listen to Bhishmadev. So all the great rishis, they also came with them. And who else? Bhagavan api viprasya rathena sadhananjaya satairbhyorochata nripa kubera iva guihakai. Or says amongst the Brahmanas, Lord Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, also followed, seated on a chariot with Arjuna. Thus King Yudhishthir appeared very aristocratic like Kuvera, surrounded by his companion, the Guhyakas. So here the beautiful scene of Pandava's journey on the way had been discussed. When Maharaj Yudhishthir started his journey, Krishna also came with Arjuna. And this time, Krishna is also driving Arjun's chariot.
Not sitting.
Huh?
Not sitting behind.
No. Why he will sit behind? Because Krishna knew Bhishmadev loved to see this form of Krishna as Parthasarathi. So Krishna wanted to give darshan of himself to Arjuna in that spirit. Therefore, this time, even Krishna is also driving the chariot. And he is going with the Pandavas to meet with Bhishmadev. And the interesting thing, the beauty of their journey have been discussed as Kubera iva Guhyakai. Maharaj Yudhishthir was looking so aristocratic, just like Kuber. Kuber is Dhanapati. In the Alkapuri, he is the guardian of the wealth of the demigods. And the Guhyakas, his associates, companions, they always go with him. So this journey was as aristocratic as Kubera being followed by his companions. So they started their journey and they are going to meet with Bhishmadev. Drishtva nipatitam bhumau divasyutamivamaram pranemuhu pandava bhismam samuga sahachakrina. Drishtva nipatitam bhumau. When they arrived in the battlefield, they saw Bhishmadev lying on the ground. And how he was looking? Divachyuta mivamaram. Amaram. Amar are those who are called demigods. Demigods. So just like one demigod has fallen down and he is lying. Bhishmadev is such a big person, long body, very nice white complexion, and he was looking like a demigod. Just like a demigod was lying on the ground, they saw him. And when they came there, Pranemu, Pandava, Bhishma, because Bhishmadev is Pitamaha, so out of respect, so they all offered their obeisances. And Sanuga, Saho Chakrina. Krishna also, just see, Krishna is so humble. And Krishna also, along with his younger brother and Lord Krishna, bow down before him. Tatra brahmarshaya sarve devarshayascha sattama rajarshayascha tatrasam drashtum Bharatapunggavam. See, a big seminar is going to start. Here also in ISKCON sometimes we see when a big Maharaj is going to give a seminar, when devotees here, they start to go to the place to attend the seminar, right? So here a big seminar is going to begin. Bhishmadev is going to speak on Mahajan. And who is going to ask the question? Yudhishthir. Yudhishthir Maharaj is Dharmaraj. So what kind of seminar is going to continue? So when this message spread, that time there was no newspaper, there was no mobile phone, there was no internet. But you can see all these great souls who are discussed in the next verse. Parvato Narada Dhaumya Bhagavan Badarayana Brihadasva Bharadvaja Sasishyo Renuka Sutaha Vasishtha Indra Pramadas-trito Gritsa Madositaha Kakshivan Gautama Trischa Kaushikotha Sudarshana. The name of some rishis have been given in text number 6 and 7. Tatra Brahmarshaya Sarve Devarshaya Sayascha Sattama. All these Brahmarshis, Devarshis and Rajarshis, Tatrasan, they all arrived on the spot. Why? Drashtum Bharatapunggavam. Bharatapunggavam. Who is Bharatapunggav? Bhishma. So, they all wanted to see Bhishma. Actually, they came to hear from Bhishmadev. That is the point. They came to listen to Bhishmadev. And that means that time they had a better connectivity. See, the world is thinking they are becoming more and more subtle. They are becoming more and more gross. Your internet connection, you are sitting here, you cannot see where, but you can still access internet and you can have access to world news. You are seeing this is so great advancement, so subtle. On that this much communication was also not available. The rishis were in different planets. They could understood what is going on between the two souls. They came, they arrived on the spot. By the strength of their sadhana, they could read the mind of Yudhishthira, what is going on there.
Pure.
Pure heart connection.
Super soul can speak.
Okay? So then all this Parvata Muni. Parvata Muni, he is also a great soul. He came. Actually, Parvat Muni and Narad Muni, they are always together. In many pastimes, Chitraketu's pastime, he also came, right?
He came.
Parvat Muni and Narad Muni, they came. So, and Dhaumya, as we mentioned, Dhaumya Rishi, he was their Kulaguru. He was always accompanying the Pandavas, even while they were in the forest. Bhagavan Badarayan. Who is Badarayan? Vyasdev. Then Brihadasva, Bharadwaj Muni. We have a place called Bharadwaj Tila in Mayapur. Bharadwaj Muni came here. And saw Sishya Renuka Sutta. Who is Renuka Sutta? Parasuram.
Encouragement of our Lord.
What is the relationship between Parasuram and Bhishmadev?
He is the Guru of Bhishmadev.
Guru.
Parasuram is the Guru of Bhishmadev. His Shishya is going to give a lecture and he is coming to listen to him. You know why? His Guru Maharaj is coming to listen to him. Because a Guru Maharaj knows what kind of disciple he is. When Bhishmadev, he took the vow that he is not going to get married.